Hello everyone and welcome to today's video where we're going to take a look at the DEVOUR map of the town. This map is heavily RNG dependent, but using a couple, solid strategies, you can actually get this one almost every single time. Shouldn't be too difficult. And with a couple of tricks I've learned over time, and with one that my new friend DEVOUR just showed me, and I'll show it to you in just a few minutes here, there's ways to get around the map without having to be in as much danger as you normally would be. So of course, I'm going to be doing this explanation with the idea that you already know what's going on in the map. You have 5 or 6 cult ranks levels. You're kind of an experienced player, at least experienced enough to know what you're doing. So we're going to go ahead with the explanation. So with the well, let me go ahead and grab this key because I want to do some of this in the church. In the town, the one thing you're going to have to do first off is remember where the spawns for the pentagrams are. There are 2 different spawns for the bank. There are 2 different spawns for the hotel. There are 2 different spawns for the saloon, and there are technically 4 different spawns for the sheriff's office. And when I say technically, I mean one is always up, one is upstairs, 3 are downstairs in the exact same room. But you're kind of always hoping for the downstairs spawn and not the upstairs spawn, because the upstairs spawn is a one-way ticket to hell. If Sam comes up there, you can't get out. So, as far as the town is concerned, one of the things you always want to consider is your burning strategy. Now, there are a couple different ways you can go about it. The first one is 3-3-4. You burn 3, you gather and leave 1, burn 3 more, leave 1, and then you go and grab the last 2 books and burn the remaining 4 books. And when I say leave 1, what I mean is you can take books over into this little corner right here. See the piano? See the wall right here? What you'll do is you'll shove yourself into the wall and drop your book. And I'm using this as a placeholder for the book, but the books will usually be a little bit further out. And then once you have your books there, if you take a gas can and actually just kind of drop it right there on top of the books, or right in front of the, like, little further back, like right here, the ghosts will usually not see the books. They'll actually see the gas can instead, and they won't grab the books. Works about 90-something% of the time, depending on the placement of your gas can. After that, you always kind of want to hope, and you have to hope, because this map is RNG on top of RNG. You want to hope that you can kind of clear out one side of the map of pentagrams and have another side of the map where you're kind of free to go and grab your other pentagrams. Because if somebody's using Evader, it's not the best one. Alex Speedruns 870, welcome to the channel. I'm going to go ahead and acknowledge that because I want to, even though we're doing this live. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. One of the things you hope for is because some people really like using Evader as a perk, and they like to try and run Sam and dodge the bullets and stuff like that. Hoping that you can get one side of the map cleared out for that person to just kind of go and have fun with is always a good thing. You want everybody to have fun when it comes to DEVOUR. So the person using Evader, you definitely want him to have like at least half the map after your first 4. Usually doesn't happen, but sometimes you get that sweet RNG and it helps you out a lot. After that, there are a few things you have to know about running Sam in this map. First is that Sam can't jump. Hi, Sam. Speak of the devil. So whenever you're running Sam, if you know he's on his way, you come over here, and so long as you can jump up on one of these, Sam can't jump to follow you. He'll run over to follow you, and so long as you jump down, Sam has to go all the way back downstairs and all the way back around. Now, you can do this here, and you can do this over at the hotel as well. There he goes. Now, this is what you're looking for, is the pentagram. When I say you want to clear out one side of the map, it's RNG dependent on whether or not you can, but you're kind of hoping for something like stables, general store, hotel, and bank. It's like right here. I'm just getting all the luck when I don't need it. After that, when you start to burn your books, you want everybody at the church ready to play defense, because not only does Sam try and come for your books, but for some reason, right when you start burning the books, everybody on the map, all the spirits, they all seem to want to like just congregate on the church real quick and try and stop you, especially in those last couple of books. After that, playing defense. So after making sure that everybody's ready for you to start burning the books, one thing you got to keep in mind is which books have been burnt, which books have not been burnt, because you don't want to, go off without knowing, you burn the first 3 books and then you're like, okay, where are the next 4? You don't want to have to do that. You want to be like, okay, these are the ones we've already done, so everybody can check, one building. Usually, if everybody checks one building, if somebody comes over and says, okay, clothing store and weapon store weren't part of our original 4, you can send one person over to this side and just kind of go, weapon store, no, and you can actually look across the way into this door if you have it open, and you can see whether or not that one's good to go. You want to try and be as efficient with your time as possible on the town, because this is an extremely RNG dependent map, and it's an especially large map. So it's kind of a difficult thing to keep track of, especially when there's 10 different buildings and some of them look the same. Some people don't realize that the bank and storage are technically 2 different buildings that are they're connected with one door. So when you say the bank, some people think you're talking about the storage. Some people think this is a jail as well, which it's not. Sheriff's office is over there. It has jail cells. After that, there's one really special spot right over here. Right here in the cave, you can actually crouch down in this little area. If Sam's after you, he can't shoot you and he can't run and grab you. I will show you a clip of that real quick right now. And just like that was me learning for the first time, Z4 showed me that little spot where Sam can't get you. For some reason, he just can't. I guess he can't squeeze himself down there enough, and he, for some reason, doesn't think a bullet can actually hit you. One of the other things that Z4 mentioned that I forgot to say, that if you can see right here, this lantern is not lit. That means that pentagram is not activated, but this one is lit, which means that pentagram is activated. It's kind of a little heads up to let you know which pentagrams you need to look for. It's a fun little way of scouting, little addition by the devs to help you, figure things out. But really, the strategies only come down to how many books you burn. Most of the other tips and tricks for the map, you can actually get up right here. Sam can't seem to grab you sometimes right here on those pews. But the biggest thing for the map is how many books you're going to burn and in what order. Mostly by order, I mean, are you going to go 4, 2, 4? Are you going to go 3, 3, 4? I've seen some teams that want to go 2, 2, 2, 4. For some reason, they're comfortable with 2. But beyond that, the town is not that difficult of a map when it comes to strategies. The town is a very difficult map. I think it's probably the most difficult map in the game when it comes to its RNG possibilities. Because it's not only where did the pentagram spawn, it's also which pentagrams will activate, where the keys are, where the matchsticks are, where the gas cans are. It's RNG on top of RNG on top of RNG. But so long as you're playing with a team, you can scour the map quickly for the resources that you need, which are matchsticks and gasoline, and you can figure out where the books are quickly. What happens, unfortunately, in the later half of the map is that things get hectic really, really quick. In this map, for some reason, the spirits, the minions in this case, they love to swarm the church in Endgame. So at like 7, 8, 9 books burnt, you will start seeing tons of spirits just coming in here trying to grab the books, trying to stop you, and you really, really have to be on your toes. That's why whoever is in charge of burning the books and stuff like that, you at least want one person standing kind of like guard right here. You want one person standing guard right here so they can body block the entrances against Sam. And you want one person probably right here, ready to like back them up, back this person up, or look around and scanning for spirits, because those spirits can come out of nowhere. You want this person, the one person right here, kind of left alone so that they can grab the gas cans, dump the gas cans, run back over here to the books, grab the books. You let that person do that job by themselves, because the other 3 people, this is a team effort, especially in the end game for the town. You need everybody's head on a swivel, and you need to be able to say, okay, they got this person, like say this person right here goes down to either Spirits or Sam. This person who was, backing both up needs to step up. Bam. Come over here, immediately get in Sam's way because he's going to start freaking out again. You basically want the body block to be one after the other. So it's a team effort. This is probably the one map where in the end game it's a huge team effort where everybody has a role and everybody needs to help everybody. So, but that's the strategy for the town. I hope it was informative. I hope the tips and tricks were useful. If they were, thank Z4 and maybe toss me a like and say something down below in the comments. Hope you all have a great day, and as always, stay positive.